I gotta admit, some things or a lot of things don't shock me, especially when it comes to doing these videos. But this one right here actually does for two reasons. One, because of the people who were taken out, or should I say unalived, in this story, which were two black teenagers. And the other, because this person actually got the max sentences that they were going for. So in case y'all are unaware who this is Zackary Burkard. And if you don't remember, I did a video about him when this story first came out. And it's crazy that this happened now almost 2 years ago. It's crazy how fast time just seems to fly. And this story came out of Fairfax, Virginia, Fairfax County anyway, where he murdered two black teens. And the sentence that they were going for when it came to him was up to 20 years. Now, remember, when they say stuff like up to, it doesn't mean that they're going to get the full amount. That just means that they can't go past 20, but they can be under 20. But the shocking part that got me was they actually gave him the whole 20. That they gave him basically 10 years for each count, which was 2 counts because there was 2 victims. So I'm going to go ahead now and read this article coming from DC News Now. A judge sentenced a man to 20 years in prison Thursday for the killing of 2 teenagers with a ghost gun in 2021. Fairfax Commonwealth's attorney Steve Descano said Zackary Burkard, age 20, also received 3 years of supervision upon his release. Now, mind you, he's 20 now, so that means that he'll be out when he's 40, and then he has that 3-year supervision probation after he gets out, which means he can't do a damn thing that would land him back in jail for 3 years. So he gonna be living damn near like a monk when he gets out. A jury convicted Burkard of voluntary manslaughter in August 2022 for the killings that took place on April 25, 2021. It was on that day that Burkard went to a home in Springfield after a fight on social media. That dispute led to a fist fight between 2 of 6 teenagers who were at the home. Eventually, Burkard shot 2 of the teenagers with the ghost gun he was carrying. Prosecutors said he made the gun himself after buying the parts online. The sentence Burkard received for the killings was 10 years for each teenager's death was the maximum. Because remember, at one point again, it was up to 20 years because of the 2 counts. But they gave him the whole 20 instead of saying, oh, we're going to give him less than that. So there you have it. Like I said, this is just really a small update. So he's going to be living behind bars until he's 40 because he's 20 now. That's got to be rough. You literally going to be spending out the good chunk part of your youth behind bars. But like they say, if you do the crime, you do the time. And he's no different. Like I said, the only thing that really shocked me about this whole thing was that they actually gave him the whole max sentence that they were going for, especially since 2 of the teenagers that he took out were black. The only thing that I really hated when it came to talking about this story was when they posted up the pictures of the 2 black teens, and I'm not going to show that picture here, is when they showed the picture of the 2 black teens and both of them were holding guns in the picture to try to, I guess, sway people saying, well, this is the kind of life that they live. So, I mean, if they died this way, then, you know, how could you be surprised? I didn't like that. Now, when it comes to, you know, PC teens, if they're out there holding weapons, they don't show that when something happens to them. They show them in their most innocent angel-like state. But when it came to those 2 boys, they had them with their pictures of them pointing the gun at the screen, like as if, you know, they were taking a selfie to try to make it seem like, you know, they deserved it. They do that a lot. Remember, they did that with Trayvon Martin. When it came to when George Zimmerman killed him, they showed pictures of him throwing up his middle finger, him having a grill in his mouth, and then, you know, saying he got suspended from school for fighting and all types of stuff like that. Stuff teens typically do. But they had to make it seem like, hey, if he did all this in this picture, then George Zimmerman had every right to do what he did. But you know what society we live in. So there you go.